one question about your family. Whose music do you prefer? Your father's or your uncle's, Tim?
That's a kind of a mean question.
It is.
I'm not going to say either, really. That's something that you'd have to get me drunk first
Okay.
before I tell you that.
And then, okay. Then we'll have to ask you that another time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, I love both of their music, and it's kind of, I don't really judge their music. It's my family, so it's sort of.
Yeah,
I don't like either of their music. No.
Do you listen to it in another way than you listen to other people's music?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Because I sort of know more what's behind it and what the intention is, and it's hard to listen to things objectively if you're closer to it.
It's like the family business or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You grew up with that music. Can you say that? Can you hear say for yourself? There's some skills or stuff that you learned from them, or?
I'm sure there is, but it's kind of it's always hard for me to have any perspective on it because I've never known what it was like to not be in this family. So it sort of seemed normal to me, and it's like growing up and your parents teach you about being kind to other people. My parents taught me that as well as how to rock.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, about rocking. Betcha Dupa, your band, you started it when you were 11 years old, is that right?
Started writing songs with the drummer Matt that was in the band, and yeah, we were pretty young, but we released our first EP when we were about 16 years old.
What did it sound like when you just started?
It was kind of like very grunge influenced. We were really into Nirvana, so it was kind of like, the loud, quiet kind of dynamic thing, but we thought we were being different by making the verse loud and heavy and the chorus quiet, and that was kind of our original plan because we were trying to be different, but we were 11 years old, so it was kind of, it sounds like, the song was called Gee, This Sounds Good, I Can't Believe We Wrote It. So that's I guess.
What, that was the first song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that sounded like you just explained.
Yeah, like grunge music on acoustic guitars.
On acoustic guitars.
That's what we had at the time, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. But in the end, you got pretty big plans with the band. You moved to London for the band, was it?
Yeah, we made quite a few, like a few EPs and 2 albums, and we did really well in Australia and New Zealand, but we wanted to take it elsewhere, and I think moving to London was kind of, I guess, made me realise that it wasn't the kind of music that I wanted to keep making, and I had a different sort of goal and a different sort of, path that I wanted to take my music, and it wasn't what the band was kind of doing, so that was what made us decide to, I guess, give it a break for a while, and I decided to start doing solo stuff.
Yeah, there wasn't. You couldn't put your own songs of your solo album into the band at that point, or?
I probably could have, but my vision for them was very different, and I wanted to experiment more with, in the studio with different sounds and not be kind of confined to just having guitar, bass, and drums.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the new idea.
Yeah.
Around that time. Yeah, I was also thinking. You wrote your album while in London?
Yeah. Sort of over the course of the band kind of breaking up, and I had a long-term relationship kind of break up in London. It was all pretty kind of confronting and intense, and kind of, and at some points very, I don't know, really hard. London's a really tough place sometimes, and especially when it's so far away from home, and you feel very lonely sometimes in that place, but that can be good for creativity and inspiration, I think.
So why did you stay there? For the music?
I guess I think it's good to have those experiences in life. I think that's what everyone needs, and if you just stay in New Zealand, it's very sheltered and safe and easy in a lot of ways. So I think, to have a wealth of knowledge and to, be appropriately humbled, you've got to go somewhere where it's really hard.